Prologue. The night before the Battle of Riverguard.
So, Hugor, the end of your watch comes. What do you normally do before you retire?
Normally, I'll go through and make sure I read my spell book, study up, shine my armor, my rapier, fold my clothes. I've got my kind of like my nightly ritual that I do.
Okay. Toward the end of your watch, you're getting ready to swap over, and go ahead and make me a perception check.
All right. That's going to be an 18.
All right. Whenever you go to relieve yourself, you notice that a small, subtle wind picks up and blows around you, and it sounds like a whisper is riding on that wind. You can't quite make it out, but you can tell that something called out to you subtly. Make an investigation check.
Yeah, I was saying, I start kind of looking around, scoping things out, try to slow my breathing, see if I can hear anything. That's going to be a 17.
That's going to work. You feel a small breeze kind of circle around you, and some leaves kind of rustle, and you hear on the wind in a whispery voice, "Come here." Your eyes immediately...
This voice, does it sound like human? Is it ethereal?
It's a whispery kind of an ethereal sound. Just come here. And immediately, almost like in a supernatural sense, your eyes look up at about 12 o'clock, like straight forward where you are, and you can make out with your dark vision, you can make out the silhouette of what looks to be like a small humanoid halfling, something like that. Even with your dark vision, the way the shadows and things are playing in the forest, you don't quite make out much more than that. Do you want to wake up anybody, or do you want to investigate on your own?
Well, everybody else is sleeping, right? Yeah, I think for now I'm going to go ahead and just kind of... I'm actually going to kind of crouch down and kind of stealth my way up there and kind of keep an eye on the figure, make sure it doesn't kind of blink out again.
Go ahead and make a check.
Okay. Stealth plus 6. That's going to give me a 22.
That's... you start sneaking.
Okay, so I crouch down. I go ahead and pull out my rapier, too, just in case. Ready up my spell Mage Hand and head up there. Slowly trying to bend down, stay in the grass line and shadows, whatever I can.
Sure. Now, being the arcane trickster, your skills are sharp. I mean, your perception and...
Paris Hilton's in the room.
It's sharp. You make it about 25 to 30 feet into the actual tree line from where you are, away from the light. And you hear the voice again. It's very soft. Like you said, the descriptor ethereal is a good way to put it. Turn around. And you freeze immediately. Do you turn around?
Yeah, immediately.
Okay. You turn around and you see a halfling standing about 6 feet behind you. The halfling has a cloak on. The hood is down. He has brown hair, shoulder length pulled back. Behind his ears, he has a little bit of scruff on him. You definitely know that this is the other arcane trickster that was involved with Kayles's kidnapping and all that fuckery that went on in Red Lunch.
Right, okay. Well, I immediately changed my spell idea and quit going with my mage hand that I had in my mind, and I'm actually going to be doing maybe a sleight of hand and start moving to my component's belt. But what do you want with me? Why did you call me out here? I should have destroyed you when I had a chance.
That's a labored sigh. Look, things would have gone smoothly if it wasn't for you and your friends. We were going to kill you and your friends. You killed my partner. You wounded me. I got away. I'll admit it. You bested me. Once. I bested you several times.
So it was you and Red Larch.
It doesn't matter at this point. What matters is that I got word back to my superiors. My superiors were shocked that you killed my partner, and they informed me that I should offer you a chance to hone what skills you have and possibly become the greatest arcane trickster in the land.
Okay, at this point, Hugor kind of takes a little bit less of a step, or a little bit of a step back, relaxes a bit, and resheaths his rapier.
Okay.
After everything that's happened, and everything you've done to me in this city of Red Larch, wow, what would be in this for me that you would make me... What would make you think I would join you? How would this benefit you? The greatest arcane trickster in the land, did you say?
The fuck do I look like, a sage? I'm here to give you a message. If you're interested in honing your skills, to become better than what you are, to become better maybe even than me, I doubt it, but maybe. Retrieve the orb, take it to the Thirsty Throat Inn in Waterdeep, give it to the barkeep. Your training will start then.
I need to know one thing before I can make a decision like this. Do you act as a unit? Is this a brotherhood of some kind?
I'm not going to answer you. The message has been delivered. Have a good evening, Lord Hill. Takes 3 steps back. Go ahead, and if you want to try to do anything at all, you can make an initiative roll against what I've rolled, but he's going to step back and he's going to fade out.
Yeah, I wanted to try to cast Sleep real quick.
Go for it.
It's initiative.
Yeah.
So +5, it's going to give me an 11.
Not enough. So the halfling, he dissipates into a dark smoke, like a wispy smoke, and he's gone. You hear a couple of the Justicar's foot soldiers getting up to take over their watch. If they go to the campfire and they don't find you there could be help.
Yeah, I'm going to stealth my way back over there and make it look like I've been standing there the whole time, doing my normal routine.
You make it back there, and whenever they show up to relieve you, it's as if nothing had changed. You've been there the whole time. For over 40 years, countless adventurers have been trapped in gamers' basements, conventions, and game shops.
And now we can post that shit online and beam it directly to you.
Follow Adar, Tahlia, Hugor and Brighed
as the journey through the Princes of the Apocalypse, a 5th edition D&D campaign.
Welcome to 4 Players, 1 Dungeon, an F-Pod podcast.
Slowly, as evening approaches, Tahlia decides to meditate early, and there was a disruption. She meditated, and her backpack caught on fire, and I believe she explained to you that it was the Necromancer's book burned up, and that was that. The camp is well guarded. You are You're all looked at as outsiders. You're not Order of the Gauntlet. Okay? They're willing to be your allies, but they're pretty closed-mouthed about everything they're doing. All you really know is that they are ready to throw down. You see they have like a ballista, they have scorpions, they all have heavy armor, like it's all grimy and dirty, but it's meant for war. As evening takes hold, eating, prepping armor, talking about the terrain, it's all happening. This is like the eve before a battle, and these guys are seasoned, okay? With that, you hear the creaking of metal armor. This is like a couple minutes after Tahlia's book catches on fire. You haven't really done much beyond that. You come out, you tell these guys, "Oh, my book caught on fire."
That book I still caught on fire.
And would you like to do a little flavor?
Absolutely.
All right, it's yours.
Walking into the camp comes a dusty, battered, bruised, little blood trickling out of the corner of his mouth, messed up beard, and he's just looking around. He hears, "Incoming!" He goes, "Dad, shut up!" And I start walking towards where I see my crew.
Immediately, Hugor gets a giant smile on his face, sees Adar walking up, and just goes, "Wondering when you were going to show up?"
Yeah, I got caught in a downdraft, I think, and the back's hurting just a bit.
Hey, turns out I got something for you.
Yeah. What you got there?
Walk over to where I'm keeping my pack and pull out your warhammer.
Oh, now that's what I was wanting.
I knew you'd be coming back for this.
But he's pried all the semi-precious jewels out of it already.
Seems like plastic.
Those are all fake.
Seems like plastic and glass now.
Yeah.
He pawned the real
Well, so
one.
I went to pawn them and realized they were all plastic and fake. They're all kind of hastily glued back on.
That's right.
Like some of these stills are a little wet still.
Yeah, it works.
So Adar's in the camp. They obviously, you're Order of the Gauntlet, right?
I
think so. I thought you were.
I think so.
We're going to treat it like you are.
Yeah.
Okay. They have no problem with you in this camp whatsoever. There is an elven woman in chain, and she has a the theme, the color that they're working with here is metal armor, like metal gunmetal armor looking in blue and white. That's what they're all wearing, even though it's tattered and kind of dirty.
Right.
An elven woman in chainmail armor and a blue tabard with the emblem of the Order of the Gauntlet is on it. When you're allowed in and you make your hellos to the rest of your party, she walks up and gives you a nod and has a mug of dwarven ale for you.
Sweet.
Hands it to you and says, "Greetings, Master Dwarf. We feared we had lost you.
Me too.
Please, get reacquainted with your friends, and if there's anything that they can't fill you in on, come speak with me. Just know that we have a vengeance archon here, and in the morning, Riverguard Keep will be razed. It'll be removed off the face of Faerun.
Okay then.
The delegation is still in there.
Well, that's a bit harsh then.
We're going to try to get the delegation out." And she says that like with like sincerity.
Who's we?
Everybody but
Right.
yeah, him. We don't name him.
Right.
The Storm. He's Sir Storm.
Oh, I've heard of him.
Yeah. He's killed more people than smallpox. Just know that come dawn,
Very well.
everything gets a little more interesting.
Magistar malaria.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what, man? Go ahead and just make a religion check.
8.
You totally know who this guy is.
Right on.
Yeah. The only reason why this guy lives is to nail,
Yeah.
hammer.
Decimate.
He's
Yes.
the incarnate of Tempest.
Yes. So you have until morning. The horns will blow. If you're willing and want to take part in the siege, you may. If there's anything you and your friends would like to do before then, you are free to move in and out of the camp.
All right.
And she nods to the rest of you and says, "Good eve."
So I guess we should probably all go find a spot a little bit more private.
You're probably safe here. If you, I don't know what your intention is for a private spot.
Just to speak with everybody.
No, you can do it in the camp. You're not. You have this going on, and everybody else is kind of over there.
Okay.
You built a second fire, and occasionally people come by and give you a nod. And, "Still alive. That's good." You know, they know you. There's 6 men-at-arms that are human. There's a dwarf wizard and dwarf cleric here,
Nice.
and a paladin of. There's a paladin of justice here.
Be torn, yeah.
Something like that, but they're all flying under the Gauntlet banner. So you guys can have your conversation.
So how do you guys want to handle this?